seen the headlines, the raids, the lawsuits. But what really happened inside Sean P. Diddy Combs' trial? This isn't gossip. This is the courtroom, moment by moment. These are 7 shocks they couldn't bury. Number 1. Jury selection unveiled the stakes, May 5, 2025. From day one, tension pulsed through the courtroom. More than 40 potential jurors were dismissed. Some said they couldn't be impartial. Others admitted fear of the man or the case. One woman tearfully asked to leave, calling the subject matter mentally triggering. Prosecutors laid it out plainly. This case wasn't about one night. It was about a system, a pattern of coercion, control, and cover-up. When Diddy's defense called the trial a targeted media hit job, Judge Ramirez shut it down. "This is not a press circus," she said. "It's federal court." And just like that, the tone was set. No more celebrity shield, only accountability. Number 2, Cassie takes the stand. Day 4, Cassie Ventura, singer, model, and former partner, stepped up. She wore black. Her voice was soft, but her words devastating. She described over a decade of fear, emotional abuse, forced intimacy, being filmed during private moments without her consent. She said she was drugged before events, controlled down to what she wore and who she could text. And then came the video, a 2016 surveillance clip shown publicly for the first time. It showed Diddy slamming her to the floor of a hotel hallway. Gasps echoed. A juror audibly cried. Courtroom security leaned forward in their chairs. Cassie looked down. The judge called a recess, not because of protocol, but because the courtroom needed to breathe. Number 3, Jane Doe breaks the pattern. Her name withheld, her face hidden, but her story rang like a bell. Jane met Diddy through a modeling agent at 19. At first, glamour, first-class flights, designer clothes, but beneath it, control. She described being drugged and shared at after-parties. She wept describing waking up in penthouse suites. Groggy, sore, disoriented. She said she never agreed to any of it. She described Diddy's voice, calm, rehearsed, telling her, "You're lucky to be here." The defense said she was lying, called her unstable, but her timeline matched Cassie's, matched the files, matched the surveillance, different name, same blueprint. Number 4, Homeland Security reveals the scale. Then came Special Agent Rivera. He took the stand in a dark suit, carrying 3 hard drives and a stack of printed logs. He confirmed what had been whispered for years. This wasn't a one-agency operation. The Department of Homeland Security, IRS, and DOJ had all been watching. Wiretaps on inner circle phones, cloud extractions from private servers, footage pulled from hidden cameras in Diddy's own properties. Flight logs matched names to parties. Encrypted payments tracked across multiple shell companies. He said they identified over 85 potential victims. Many didn't even know they were being filmed. Rivera called it a privately managed pipeline of coercion, shielded by wealth and influence. And still, he said, some evidence was buried so deep it took years to dig out. Number 5, Kid Cudi's Porsche Bombshell. On day 12, rapper Kid Cudi appeared via secure livestream. He hadn't spoken publicly about the rumors until now. He recalled casually dating Cassie in 2012. Then he got a phone call, blocked number, a man's voice. "Leave her alone or you'll regret it." 2 weeks later, his Porsche, parked outside his home, exploded. Arson confirmed. Cudi never named names, but the subtext was deafening. And when the prosecutor asked, "Do you believe Mr. Combs was involved?" Cudi paused and then said, "It doesn't take a detective to do the math." The courtroom didn't move, not a breath. Number 6, the 29-minute defense. 6 weeks, dozens of witnesses, over 200 pieces of evidence. And when it was Diddy's turn to respond, his defense rested in 29 minutes. No witnesses, no testimony, just a brief statement claiming every encounter was consensual and every accusation was fueled by revenge or media hype. Even the press bench looked stunned. One court reporter live tweeted, "Decades of power, a mountain of evidence," and the defense whispers back, The prosecution didn't even rebut. They didn't need to. Number 7. The verdict shakes the industry. July 2nd, 2025. After 13 tense hours of deliberation, the jury filed back in. The air was so heavy, you could hear every breath. The clerk read the verdict. Count 1, racketeering conspiracy, a charge carrying up to life in prison, not guilty. Count 2, sex trafficking of Cassie Ventura, a minimum of 15 years, a maximum of life, not guilty. Count 3, transporting individuals, including Ventura, to engage in prostitution, a charge carrying up to 10 years, guilty. Count 4, sex trafficking of Jane, a minimum of 15 years, a maximum of life, not guilty. Count 5, transporting individuals, including Jane, to engage in prostitution, up to 10 years, guilty. Diddy closed his eyes, then looked down. No emotion, no words. Each guilty echoed like a drumbeat across the courtroom. The silence was deafening. With these 2 convictions, he faces up to 20 years in federal prison. Sentencing was set for October. The ripple effect across the music industry was immediate. Ciroc ended all partnerships. Revolt TV erased his image. Spotify and Apple Music stripped his banners overnight. Collaborations vanished from playlists. An empire, built on decades of hits, began crumbling in real time. And as the cameras flashed outside the courthouse, P Diddy walked out without saying a single word. This wasn't just about fame, it was about power used in the shadows, about people silenced and people who finally spoke. Diddy's empire was built on music, but behind the hits were secrets. Now the lights are on, and every empire with cracks eventually breaks. This was just the beginning. Subscribe to Echo Bridge, where every echo tells a darker story.